Welcome in, everybody. Two Piece Pod. I'm your host, Patrick Parker. Today with me, I got my boy, CJ. This episode is brought to you by Porterville Wholesale. If you're looking to save a little money, we can't save you money on any gas, but we can definitely save you some money on some home improvement items. Go check out my boy Ray's place, Porterville Wholesale. You can find him at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California. He's got all the stuff you need. You can do all this stuff from like hand tools to nail guns to compressors to patio sets, all the good stuff. Go check my boy out. Go see what he's got to say. Tell him 2P sent you and see what's up. What's up?
Summer's almost over, so get that project done before kids go back to school.
Yeah, have them help you.
Might as well go get my nail. Go get something.
So what's up, my boy CJ? How you been?
Been good, just staying in there, just with the kids, wife. Wife's pregnant. We just had a gender reveal. It's another girl, second girl.
Weren't you telling me you wanted the boy?
Oh yeah, I thought it was a boy until I seen the pink. Even after because I kicked a soccer ball, my wife threw it up and I kicked it. It was pink, and I was like, all right. Let's bring the real soccer ball in. That was like the fake one. They were just trying to get get me mad, like surprise, but no.
It's a girl.
It's another girl. I'm excited for her. The only reason I didn't want one is just because my daughter's already a handful, already daddy's girl. It's like, I can't tell her no. So now it's like two of them running around. Like my son, I tell him yeah for the most part, but my daughter is just like, Daddy, please. I'm just like, damn.
Just melt. It's like, all right, sure, damn. Whatever you want.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I understand. Well,
I love it.
But I do understand. As you can hear, people might hear it too, but my boy is crying in the back. So, but bro, what is going on with this whole football thing?
About what? There's everything. Sure might
as well start with the big one. Everybody's going over right now. Let's start with Deshaun Watson.
I thought he was going to get more. 6 games is like, I feel like he's a free man. And, I'm on his side as far as like civil-wise and, law-wise. But
yeah,
6, I thought it was going to be at least a year.
Yep.
At least.
Yeah, well, okay, so if you don't know, Deshaun Watson had, 25 cases?
Yeah, I think it ended up being like 25.
25 cases, I think, of some sexual abuse or something.
Just having intercourse with
misconduct
25 women.
Misconduct with women, we'll leave it at that. And he was found innocent on all of them. I'm pretty sure, 5 of them he had no contest or anyways. Come to find out, a lot of them were most likely lying and did it out of their own.
The lawyer probably pumped into their brains, you'll get money, just put your name on the list.
Yeah,
not knowing the extent of what was going on.
What was really going on. So, like we said, like he said, and I'll say it too, I'm with him on the whole civil part of, don't lie about it. It makes it harder for everybody. You know what I mean? It makes it harder on everybody's lives. That's not okay. You know what I mean? And if you got to lie about something like that, get some help. Tons of places that'll help you. But I honestly thought he was going to get more than a year as well.
I know. I mean, he still might. They appealed it, but appeals usually never work.
Right?
Never.
So, I know. Well, who appealed it? Because appeals is for...
The NFL appealed it.
Okay, but here's the difference. I just now learned... I was thinking about this right now. I just now learned this today. Sorry. But if you appeal it, it goes to Robert Goodell, and he makes the final decision.
No, I think it's through a court. Roger Goodell appealed it.
Oh, Roger Goodell. No. The final decision is by Roger Goodell himself.
Oh, I had read that he appealed it. Because if
The
it's
NFL
his decision,
appealed it.
then he's given that 1-year suspension.
Yeah, he's getting it. I guarantee. Pretty much. Watch. I'll look at it right now. But I'm pretty. Who makes final decisions
on Watson? Just put on Watson.
I'm just gonna say in NFL appeals.
No, because that NFL appeal, that's going to be. But this isn't just an NFL appeal. This is the NFL versus Watson.
See, it's the NFL Players Association that is appealing the 6-game suspension of Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. Who decides NFL appeals? The CBA affords the NFL and the NFL PA, the right to appeal the discipline and impose disciplinary. I hate saying that. Anyway, the officer that's disciplining them. Disciplinary. There we go. Officer. Such as an appeal must be filed within 3 days, heard by the commissioner or his designee. So the commissioner or his designee.
What's the designee? Like who
decides that?
That means he's going to get.
He's getting a year.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
trash, but at the same time, it's like what you expected. You know what I mean? Has the NFL, and this is coming from NFL.com. So NFL also, this is coming from SI.com. Statement under the personal conduct policy, the appeal will be resolved by expedited basis. I'm trying to say who does it. I don't really care about who it is.
Oh yeah, so he hasn't picked yet. The commissioner is going to determine who.
Yeah, which is or it's him.
But it says the Players Association is
appealing
it. But
it doesn't matter.
The NFL's also. I don't understand why they appealing it, saying that he shouldn't get 6 games.
I think the NFL Association is, or the Players Association,
and they're also appealing. The other side's also appealing, saying he should get more.
Yeah, I think that's what's 100% going on. And don't get me wrong, but it's Roger Goodell. I kept saying Robert. I don't know why I said that. My bad. But it's Roger Goodell, and he's making the final decision.
He needs to go.
So
I don't like him. I don't know why. I just don't. Like the NFL, what's his name? Adam Silver. I feel like he's a great commissioner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're telling me about
the players love him, but not NFL.
So,
but yeah, interesting. I'm just happy, Carolina Panthers played Browns week 1.
We play them like week 10.
Week 7, first game back.
It might be. I think it might be.
Yeah, we play him week 1. Baker Mayfield's going to get his revenge game. It's going to be.
You think No, they say Baker Mayfield's not even playing.
Hell yeah, he is. He's starting. Hell no.
Somebody was saying he's not playing week 1.
No, he's playing. We're going to trade Sam Darnold or cut him before the season starts.
Let's see. When do we play then?
We got the. They're in a quarterback competition, but that's all bogus from the jump. We traded Baker. We traded to get Baker to be a starting quarterback, not to sit behind Sam Darnold.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, so he'll be back.
Oh yeah, December 24th is when we play him. We always face you guys last.
I know, the last week 15 and 17 or something like that, which is cool. The division games at the end because
I get it.
That's the meaningful games to
get in.
Yeah, and it makes teams.
Right at the beginning.
It makes teams not sit their stars. If you're playing somebody trash, not a division, then the game might not matter. So you could play, your second, third string. But when a division's on the line, they want it to be a division game.
Yeah, that's obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get that. You know what I mean? It makes it more fun to be real. And
because when your guys' first division game?
First game we play the Falcons.
Oh, besides that.
Second game we play the Bucks.
Man.
Besides that, third game.
Or no, we play you guys third. We got the
third round or third week.
We got the Browns. Somebody, I want to say Giants.
We play our first 3 division games at the very beginning, and then we play
Steelers.
We play
Raiders,
Buccaneers,
Bengals.
Falcons, Browns, Eagles, Panthers. So we've in the first half and at the end of the season.
Oh, okay.
Bro, we're going through a lot this year in the NFC South. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but I think we're going to be solid. All of us besides the Falcons. But their offenses are going to be scary, but their defense is...
You think their offense is going to be scary?
Scary. Kyle Pitts, this training camp
though?
is dominating.
Mariota?
Mariota, baller.
But bro, you got to okay. So they say Paulson Adebo's been balling out for us, right? Like balling out.
Who?
Paulson Adebo,
Who's that?
the cornerback. This is his second year. Last year,
Oh yeah.
last year locked a lot of people down.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well, anyway, him and Marshawn Lattimore together, plus CJ GJ.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we have Mathieu and Marcus May in the back. Demario Davis. I think we have the best secondary this year.
There's so many good secondaries now.
Bro.
Even the Buccaneers, they got a top secondary. We got
Low-key, but not.
we got J.C. Horn, who's I think going to be the best receiver or cornerback in the league in like 2-3 years, and then C.J. Henderson, Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin, Xavier Woods,
You think they're gonna be that good?
J.C. Horn.
I think J.C. Horn has the
secondary?
good potential. I was very like I hate to admit this because again like we are in the same conference, but he was actually I feel like doing pretty good.
Who?
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn.
Yes.
Well, he was hurt.
I know at the beginning
But-
of the year though he was doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, he had his interception. The QB rating when they're throwing it his way was like a 28.
Well, see, and that's what you got to think about it.
And
That's
it's in his blood.
What's his name was doing. Paulson Adebo. I'm telling you, bro. My secondary looks so scary. Plus, we got Bradley Roby.
Yeah, and you guys got a good D line to put pressure to make the secondary seem that much more better.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not too worried. And keep it real, I feel like it'll be just perfect. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's gonna be an interesting year all around. Every team, every division. I don't think there's no clear cut winners in any division.
No, I don't. Okay, I really don't either. I do think there are winners that you can tell in some divisions.
Like who?
Okay, so I think the Eagles are pretty cool. I don't think the Cowboys are going to come out that strong this year. I hate to say it.
But the Eagles might not too. That division's so up and down on
Wishy-washy.
who's winning the division. Like if you had to bet, $1,000 on one of those teams winning the division, are you gonna feel confident?
No. Okay, let's see then. Who's winning the divisions here?
Maybe you could say
We'll go over 'em
the
right now.
Titans,
We're gonna go over every
but
one
still,
of them.
that's one's a tough division too.
Go.
What is that? AFC North? No, AFC South. AFC North, you could probably say the Bengals.
That's still hard though.
Yeah, it is. Every division's gonna be pretty hard.
All right. So just looking at them right here, okay. We'll start with the AFC North, who is the Ravens,
Oh,
the
actually,
Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers. You're gonna say
saying
that they're gonna
Ravens.
beat the Ravens.
I'm gonna say Ravens.
That's gonna be close. I honestly don't know how the Bengals are gonna come out.
I don't think
after
they're gonna
last
have
year.
the same year.
I don't think so either. I hate to say that. I hope they have a good year. I was very happy with them last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad they did what they did. Browns.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
We'll
Yeah,
see
no.
how the record is once Watson comes in or comes back.
Yeah, so that's gonna be that one. Okay, I can see.
AFC East. Okay, that one. The Bills.
Well, let's start with NFC,
NFC
North.
North.
Let's just keep with the North real quick.
Green Bay.
We'll go Browns, Lions, Packers, and
The
Vikings.
Browns or the Bears.
Or the Bears. My bad.
That one's probably the most confident
You think so?
team winning the division is the Packers. It's still you don't know the Vikings have a talented team. Justin Fields, if he comes out and has a balling year, then the Bears are in
Justin
that conversation.
Fields?
Yeah.
Oh, and he looks like he's doing good so far.
Yeah.
People say he's been doing good. I think who I really like. I hate to say this because I hate the Vikings. You know why?
Jefferson.
Yeah,
He's good.
he's a
He's
baller.
the
bro.
best
He
wide
is a
receiver in the
baller.
NFL.
Right now. Yeah, easy. He's a baller.
He's
Oh my god.
he's
a baller.
good.
Yes, best. Like you said, best one in the NFL right now. Well, him and Devontae Adams. I don't know anymore because a lot of the rankings that I'm getting now, and they're coming out, I just feel like they're names. A lot of them, I feel like they're names because they didn't. A lot of them, some of them don't even play for a year, and I'm like, why are they up there? All right, so going to the next one, AFC East, you got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets. What do you think about that? Bills?
Patriots and Dolphins are going to look good. Jets, they're going to take... They might be a surprising team this year, but they're not winning the division. I think the
Jets are going to take a step forward.
Definitely. It all depends on Zach Wilson. What step he takes. If he takes a good step, they take a good step.
Right. So, who am I going to say? I want to say the Bills too, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to agree with you. So I'm just going to say that Tua takes a little bit of a step, gets a little bit lucky, and plays like...
I think he'll take a good step.
I think he's going to play like Goff did the year he went to the Super Bowl, or the way... what's his face from Frisco? Garoppolo looks a lot of times. I feel like he's going to play like that. I mean, you got a lot of stuff around you.
Does that be like a Kirk Cousins?
Like maybe around that. But that's going to be his height.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where I could see him falling at, or stopping at.
And they have their coach. I mean,
they just got a new coach. He's got to step it up this year.
Deebo Samuel last year played, had his crazy year. Tyreek Hill's he's going to be another receiver back. I think he's going to have a career year. Like, even though he's been balling, with the Chiefs and Mahomes for however many years, I think this year, as far as like a receiver back, not just deep ball, you're going to see a lot of Tyreek Hill.
I think you're going to see, Jalen Waddle is supposed to be just
Jalen Waddle's a baller.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense, on how that's going. But I don't know. I'll go with the Dolphins. I'll say they step it up. And plus, I'm happy that my boy, what's his name? Teron Armstead went over there and got there. Sorry, I'm trying to find something because I need it.
And the Jets, I mean, shout out DJ. Their secondary, I mean, their defense is going to be solid this year. I mean, they have Robert Saleh as their coach, so they're going to be a well-coached defense. And defense, good defense is going to win you ball games. No matter how bad your offense is, defense and special teams can win you a couple ball games.
We'll see, and that's the perfect part about it. You know what I mean? But anyways, if you're ever looking for any medicinal needs on the go, I've got the perfect opportunity for you.
What kind of needs?
Medicinal needs. So if you ever need to roll something up, maybe smoke it a little bit, and you want the best stuff and it's in the best timing ever, oh my God, he'll get there in probably 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure their goal is under an hour, which if you ever waited for something like that, it's it's pretty nice to have pretty quick, especially when you're not trying to wait all day. So they will be there as quick as ever. But VIP medicinals on the go. VIP on the go.
Just like THC, do they have CBD as well?
CBD, they got a whole bunch of stuff. They got flour. They've got the wax pins if you guys want to do that. They've got pre-rolled joints. They've got pre-rolled blunts. They've got edibles. They've got everything you really need.
The Delta pins?
I'm pretty sure they do, to be honest with you. And they do raffles all the time. You got to hit them up. It's,
what can you win? Like 1.3 billion, like the lotto?
Hopefully, shoot, basically. I mean, don't get me wrong, but they'll shoot like half ounces. Stuff like that.
Good.
But anyway, their number is 661-380-6380. Make sure to hit them up and buy some.
Press pause if you have to. Get that number down.
I'll tell you it again. It is 661-380-6380. If you ever need some medicinal needs on the go, VIP medicinals or VIP on the go. VIP medicinals on the go. I have to get that name right 100%. But make sure to hit them up. Tell them 2Ps Pod sent you. They might just give you, maybe 5% discount or something. Check it out. You know what I mean? Tell them that your boy 2Ps Pod sent you. So, yes, that's what I was looking for real quick. I just wanted to hit that for them. Make sure that gets out there. Anyways, next one we'll hit up after that is going to be the NFC East.
NFC East.
So you got the Cowboys, the Giants, the freaking Eagles, and the Commanders now. Why do they got the Redskins still up there like that? It can't be. That's foul, man.
What is the Commanders? What is their logo?
Just a W.
It's still the W?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think
You're probably listening to me drink that.
Giants are going to be a sleeper team.
Yeah.
I think Barkley's
Kinda do.
gonna come back and
No.
have one of those years that he had. You know, the rookie his second season.
No, I don't think he's gonna come back and have one of those.
He is.
I
He's
think he's
looking
gonna have an
healthy.
alright year.
He's looking strong.
I think he's gonna have a better year than he did last year.
Galladay's in the ball out.
You think
I
so?
like Daniel Jones. I like Daniel Jones a
Do you?
lot.
He can be Danny Dimes, huh? You want Danny Dimes to do good?
Yeah, I like him a lot.
So what about AJ Brown on the Eagles, though? What do you think about that?
I like AJ Brown too. I had him in fantasy last year.
I think he's gonna get some points this year. He's gonna be the only one. Who else are you gonna throw to on that team? They got a couple of okay receivers, I hear, but I mean,
Jalen Reagor. I mean, he's been trash. They drafted him, had expectations up here,
there.
and he's played down here.
Mhm.
But I mean, it just depends. Now
so
that
play action.
now that the spotlight's on AJ, he becomes the number 2, and the defense's best cornerback isn't shadowing him no more. So maybe he'll do
Step
better
up.
then.
Maybe he can be a solid number 2. Okay, so what about Carson Wentz and Terry McLaurin? And McLaurin telling him that Wentz is the best thing ever. Is it Wentz right now?
No, Wentz plays for for the Eagles.
Yeah.
No, that's who he started with.
No. I'm talking about the Commanders.
Oh, yeah, he does play for the Commanders.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin's a baller. Who else they got?
Defense is what they got.
Yeah, Ron Rivera. He's always going to have a defense team. Shout out Riverboat.
So I saved this one for last, though, but the NFC East.
NFC.
Or Cowboys in the NFC East. So what are we thinking about the Cowboys this year? Do you think they're going to do that great?
I think Prescott's going to have
Probably one of the worst years
top
of his life.
5 quarterbacks.
You think so?
Ranking. I think Prescott's good. I think they're going to be good. I think Elliott's going to lose his starting job. Pollard is going to be the
Elliott
starter.
has become trash. He looked goofy. Why you gotta look goofy on the field?
He was like the wrong generation. Last generation, the Adrian Peterson, he would have fit in, but this new generation is Tony Pollard. It's
the running, being able to catch.
The catch is be able to not just the only way you need to be inside running back between the guards and center is 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 2nd and 2. That nowadays you gotta. It's a lot of counter runs, misdirections, and he's not.
Him being in the flats.
You're not fooling him, yeah. Or you're not going to be fooled by him.
Yeah, he's low-key. I think he's trash. All right, AFC South. And by the way, I don't think Prescott's going to do that great this year. I don't know.
Why though?
Because no Amari Cooper.
That's fine.
I don't think CeeDee Lamb's going to be that guy. I think he's going to step up a little bit.
He's that guy.
But I thought he was going to do that last year.
He did. He did great last year.
He did all right.
And then
but he was also a number 2, basically, to Amari Cooper.
Their tight end balled out last year. Man, who was it? But he balled out last year.
Are you talking about? No, are you talking about their other receiver that was catching the ball?
No, their tight end. I mean, they have Gallup,
but he's injured right now.
But their tight end, he had a great year last year.
Well, I just don't think he's going to be that great.
Yeah, forget them.
So let's go AFC South, where you got the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, and the Jags. I'm low-key excited about this one. Titans, I'm going Colts, 100%.
Who's your QB?
Matt Ryan.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll have a good year.
He's going to have a great year with Jonathan Taylor behind him. Who they got for receivers? That's my only thing. T.Y. Hilton need to go.
Yeah.
You need to get a receiver.
They have...
they got a really good offensive line.
They have good wide receivers. They have... man, who are they?
I know they got a really good defense.
Yeah, they got a good defense. Who are their receivers? That's
what I'm saying. I can't even think of them. I could look them up, but I can't even think of them. Keep it real.
I know one of them starts with the P.
Let's go.
Man, how am I forgetting right now?
Ooh. Alec Pierce.
Don't know.
Pittman.
That's
Michael
who you're
Pittman.
Thinking of.
Yeah, Junior Pittman. Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell, too. Paris Campbell and Pittman. Those two right there is all he needs.
Pittman is actually pretty good. Yeah, he's going to do pretty good this year. What I just saw, this top story says, this is from a day ago from Sports Illustrated. By the way, today is Wednesday, August 3rd, 2022. But Odell Beckham Jr. to the Colts is heating up.
Yeah, but it's like, as an NFL team, do you really want to sign a player and pay him to sit out the whole year? Well, or are you going to wait to sign him until, the end of the season or till when he's, almost ready for game time?
Think about it. What if he comes in at the end of the year and balls out for you?
Yeah, but you don't have to sign him until the end of the year.
That's true. That might be what happens. Keep it real.
Yeah, it has to be because,
it'd be hard for it not to be.
Unless, you're the Rams and you want to just, pay him for what he did last year, then it makes sense. But just a team who he's never played for, just paying him for a whole year for no reason.
That's
we
trash.
can say that the next one for last.
That's what I was going to do. But, okay, so then we got the Texans. Let's go and think what we see about the Texans.
Texans are going to be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the Falcons might be the worst in the league.
I don't. Their offense is too good to be the worst in the league.
But Mills did pretty good last year.
Yeah, Austin Mills is pretty good, but, who's he throwing to? Brandon Cooks.
Last year?
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
But I don't know if he plays, if he still is on their team.
Yeah. He didn't get
but still,
anywhere else.
They didn't get better. That I know of, which means they haven't made the news, so it's like...
I guess you're right about that. And then the Titans, like you said, you think the Titans are going to win. They lost their number one receiver. And they lost their number two receiver.
But they don't need they just need Derrick Henry, and they're going to win. That's all they... Play action Derrick Henry, and whoever's the receiver is going to be open because of the play action. But Ryan Tannehill is not that guy.
That's what I'm saying. And now they picked up the new guy.
Who did they pick up? Oh, yeah, Malik Willis, right?
Yeah, Malik Willis.
I think he'll come in and,
They say he's been low-key balling out.
If he does what he's supposed to do, the Titans' offense will be scary with him.
Yeah, I don't know. What about the Jags?
Jags, I think...
up, what's it called this year for Christian Kirk for $28 million or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much, but it's some stupid number.
See, I don't know about him because I was never, up here with Trevor Lawrence. He's good, but I was never like, he's that generational talent, the next Andrew Luck. I never thought that of him. But, if he is, then this is going to be year to show it. And, no more. They have Doug Peterson as the coach. That's always
that once they got this coach, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be his best opportunity so far.
Yeah.
So we're going to skip over that one. We'll go to the AFC West. These last three are...
I think Raiders will win the division.
Keep it real.
Actually, Chargers.
Raiders?
Chargers.
I'll go Raiders.
I'm going Chargers.
It's going to be Raiders or Kansas City.
Chargers, bro. They have Khalil Mack and Bosa with the Derwin James and whoever else their secondary is, but Khalil Mack and Bosa on each side of that line. That you only need a rush two. Both of those players already get double teamed, so it's like you're gonna have two double team right here, two
what
red
about
team.
The Raiders?
Raiders are gonna be good, but
what about
their defense isn't
the backs.
Bosa and Mack. That's where I think the biggest difference is because all those offenses are gonna, they could drop 50 points every week if they wanted to, but are they gonna stop other teams from it?
Okay, well, which one of them do you think has the best defense then?
The Chargers.
And by the way, this is the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers.
It's got to be the Chargers.
Either them or I'd say the Broncos. Them or the Broncos.
Yeah, but...
Because those are the only two that got a defense, really. Yeah. Yes, mind you, Kansas City has a defense, and so do the Raiders, but their defense is minimal compared to their offense and minimal compared to a lot of these other defenses.
Because Chargers, didn't they beat the Chiefs both games last year already?
Raiders did, I think.
The Raiders did. I know the Chiefs won. They beat them one game. The Chargers did. But they have...
What do you think about the Broncos, though, now with Russ Wilson? Do you think
I think Russell Wilson's on his downhill of his career.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. He was in his prime 10 years ago.
And you got to think, he's a very mobile quarterback. So if you start taking that away from him, you know what I mean? I don't feel like...
And they just lost, I think, their number 2 receiver, Tim Patrick.
Oh, yeah, to a torn ACL. Or
ACL.
something. Oh, hope he gets better
And
soon.
I mean, Russell Wilson's never had, like, you know, a top-notch receiver. I mean, he had DK Metcalf, but he's never had... Doug Baldwin is probably his best receiver. So
Tyler
he's always
Lockett,
thrown the
maybe.
ball. Yeah, Lockett, too. He's always thrown the ball to, like almost no names and turn him into something. So, I mean... He could, if he has another great year, then the Broncos could be a team to talk about. But he's going to have to show us that, you know, he's still that guy.
And as far as the Chargers, man, Justin Herbert.
He might be the best receiver in the league this year,
Justin
too.
Herbert?
Yeah. I mean, a quarterback.
I was about to say receiver.
He's good.
He is a great...
good.
Hey, you know, I called that when he was coming out with Trevor Lawrence.
I knew he was.
I knew he was going to be that guy. And he was.
I would have picked him.
Or not with Trevor Lawrence, but with the Bengals boy, Joe Burrow.
Oh, yeah, Burrow.
But
Burrow's a baller, too.
yeah, he is a baller. Burrow is a baller.
It's crazy, though, because he was just a nobody, and then he takes LSU, wins a championship, and then becomes
balls
the number one
out.
pick.
And balled out.
Baker Mayfield was like the same thing, you know, like nobody talked about him, and then surprise, boom, number 1 pick.
So, even the Chiefs, you think the Chiefs are going to do good this year?
Oh, yeah, they're going to do good, but
I think it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think
not Tyreek
Mahomes
Hill.
is going to miss Tyreek Hill.
I just think they're going to miss the chemistry together. You know what I mean?
They're just going to miss the defense so worried about Tyreek Hill and the deep threat, even when he wasn't doing the deep threat, because, you know, they're sitting cover 2,
every
going
time
deep,
shelled.
and Patrick Mahomes, you know, he showed last year he doesn't like to play simple. You know, he doesn't like to play what the defense gives him, so it's like, you know, they're just playing deep in coverage and making him run the ball or throw a 1-yard pass, and he's just running back and forth until somebody gets open. It's just...
If you can just hold him inside the pocket to play simple, you got him.
It depends on Patrick Mahomes. If he care about winning or stats. If he cares about winning, Chiefs are going to be, you know, win the division. If he cares about stats, they might take 3rd.
Interesting way to put it. Okay, let's jump over to... Could we hit everybody there? NFC West. Real quick, though, Raiders, by the way. I'm very happy to see Carr and Adams. I stated that before, but I'm very happy to see those two back together again. I want to see what they're going to do. I think it's going to be fun watching them this year. And Renfro, Hunter Renfro. Goofball-looking Renfro. Waller.
They're going to be scary.
They're scary on offense.
Derek Carr could have a, you know...
He's very underrated, I feel like, sometimes.
Carr, yeah. This is the year that it's put up or shut up with him type thing. I mean, he's never talked like that, but just, you know, that's a good way to put it. Like, I think Carr's good, and I think he's going to prove it this year.
He probably will. Keep it real. That's what I think, too. So let's jump over to the NFC West now, where you got the Cardinals, the Rams, the Frisco 49ers, and the Seahawks.
The Rams.
You think the Rams?
They'll take it.
Yeah, I think
the Cardinals are going to give them that run.
I don't think... okay, because here's
Cardinals
my thing.
Were, 9-0 last year before Murray got hurt?
This is my thing. There's 2 teams this year. Let me look at this real quick. There's 2 teams this year that I feel like did not technically improve their roster. And it is the Cowboys and the Niners. Like, yes, mind you, they picked up some pieces, but I don't feel like they elevated their roster in any way.
Like took the next step.
Yes. Whereas, if you look at, for instance, the Lions... Jameson Williams. They picked up, another offensive tackle. Freaking look at... I mean, even the Bears. They didn't do very much, but they lost a couple people, but
I think they got N'Keal Harry from the Patriots.
You see what I'm saying? They made some moves
and they got
in
healthy.
the offseason. They made trades. They made, stuff like that. The Niners, they couldn't do anything because of Garoppolo. They depend on
Trey Lance. It's how that guy's going to play. It depends on what they're going to do.
And that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know. I can't judge off that for
if
this.
You want to judge by last year, then
he's not going to do good.
It's going to be a tough year. But if he makes that step like he was supposed to do,
and like they supposedly are saying, and but I was watching him throw the ball. Have you watched him throw the ball?
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of Kaepernick's throw. He whines. Have you noticed that?
But more.
It's
He
quicker,
looks
but it's
more
still,
like
it's
a
a
quarterback,
wind.
not like just throwing a baseball like a shortstop or something.
But he comes around. He whines instead of like coming and going. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I was watching him. I was like, is he winding up? But again, I'm gonna say this. I saw some of the videos were slowed down a little bit, so I don't know 100%. But
I
it
think he's
looked
gonna be
like
solid.
I hope so. For
I
their
just don't
sake.
know if it's going to be this year or next year.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's ready yet
But they have to seen something to
to let it go like this.
say this is Trey Lance's team by
But
Garoppolo.
at the same time,
Garoppolo,
they could have dropped Garoppolo.
yeah, but they want something for him, even if it's nothing.
But at the same time, you could have picked up 2 players for him.
Well, it's because he had that surgery, so they're waiting. Teams are waiting to see once he starts throwing.
So
if
what?
they're gonna
Now
take
you're
that
going to get
risk.
a draft pick when you could have picked up some people in the offseason?
Well, they barely gave him the permission to seek a trade. Well, they were waiting for training camp. Once they seen Trey Lance come in, and they felt confident in him leading
It's
the
only
team.
like the 3rd day.
But still, it's they were in 3rd day officially. It's a grimy league. They were having
It's a Grimy
sessions, all types. But
we'll talk about the Dolphins in a little bit.
with the Niners, with Garoppolo, you're going to win games. Even if his stats aren't, way up there. With Garoppolo under center, you're going to win ball games. And they were confident enough to say, bye, we're going to take this guy who's not proved yet. So I think they see something that, we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I don't see that. I didn't see where their roster very much improved. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, and that's where
re-signing
to me,
Debo is about it.
And you see what happens normally when you run it back. You know what I mean? It's not.
With the same team?
Yeah, it doesn't normally happen the same way. I mean, you can see that happen with the Rams. You can see that happen with the Niners.
The
Stuff
Rams,
just happens.
they got Allen Robinson, who.
It's going to be good for them.
But I would much rather have Robert Woods come back than
Allen Robinson.
Wait, didn't Robert Woods go to Tennessee?
He got traded when they got Odell Beckham.
No,
But yeah, he went.
No, he.
Oh, you're
got
right.
Traded.
He did go to Tennessee.
I forgot. So that's their number 1 receiver right there.
Yeah, that is gonna be.
If he was balling out last year, Robert Woods.
I had him on fantasy. Yeah, he was until he freaking tore his ACL. I was so mad.
This
I was
right
so
when
mad.
they got OBJ.
I was like
Seahawks. They're gonna be the worst 5.
I think they're gonna pick up Garoppolo.
Yeah, because they haven't picked up. They were like every quarterback. Oh, he's gonna go Seahawks, and they haven't got nobody yet. I think they just trade DK Metcalf, get some young draft picks or something, and just rebuild it.
They said that we were gonna
Tear
get
it
DK
down.
Metcalf. I was kind of hoping like if we had Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf, that'd be cool.
I don't think he'll go there.
I don't think so either. But you got to think about it. I'd probably say one of the strongest arms in the NFL right now is Jameis Winston.
I like Jameis Winston a lot, but I don't know about strongest.
Bro, he's got a cannon.
Yeah, I like Jameis Winston. I have since Florida State.
Mm-hmm. He did his thing, man. All right, so then you got the Cardinals. We all kind of already talked about. I think they're not. I don't know though, man. I don't
They
think
got
they're
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, but
He's
lost DeAndre Hopkins for half the year.
a
little less,
6
but-
games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. They got
Look how Kyler Murray does without DeAndre Hopkins, though.
who's that?
He falls apart.
But he didn't even do that good, DeAndre Hopkins, since he's been with the Cardinals. What's that tight end's name?
Ertz.
Oh yeah, Zach Ertz. When he came from Philly,
He actually
freaking
balled out for him.
out.
He did ball out for him. I'll give that one to him. He balled out for him a little bit.
They don't have Kirk no more.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to have necessarily number 2.
But Hollywood Brown is.
That's true. He's going to come over and be their number 2.
He was balled out with the Ravens.
yeah.
I don't know why they traded him.
All right, you ready? We're starting
Ready.
with the worst. Falcons.
I think they're gonna be scary on offense.
Think so with Pitt and London. They finally got a possession receiver
Cordell
right now.
Patterson. See, Kyle Pitt, he's a tight end that he's gonna have a mismatch on him no matter what. If you try to put a linebacker on him, too fast. You try to put
We'll
a cornerback
Tyrann
on
Mathieu
him,
on him.
he's too big.
Nah.
This dude is
CJ
a
Gardner
mismatch.
Johnson
He's like
put
a
on.
Travis Kelce,
Demario Davis.
but different.
I'm telling you.
Demario Davis ain't keeping up with Pitt.
Probably not Demario Davis. But I'm telling you,
if
we
they
can put
use
somebody
that
on.
offense right, they could be scary.
They're not going to. When have they? But who's winning? Okay, let's say who's winning this division. NFC South. By the way, this is the Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. Who's winning the division?
I'm biased. I'm going Carolina. I
Me
think
too.
we are
Saints,
going
100%.
like. See, we improved on every phase from defense, offense, special teams. You know, every aspect, the O-line, from our punter, we got Johnny Hecker now. Fourth downs, he could be a quarterback like the Rams used him. I think it's going to be an interesting year. We had a second-ranked defense last year with our offense going 3 and out almost every drive. Like, more than half of the game, we're going 3 and out. Our defense is back on, tired, still, barely giving up points and yards.
Oh, yeah, I know. Trust me, we had one of the worst offenses in the league last year.
And I don't know, it's going to be I think it's going to be Saints or Panthers winning the division. I think Bucks are going to have I think they declined as far as their roster goes, but they still have Brady, and he could do whatever he wants.
I think they declined on their roster as well. I mean, you picked up Julio Jones, I get that, but you got Julio Jones for maybe 5 games.
But it depends on if Tom Brady could. I mean, if you're Julio Jones and you finally get to play with Brady, that will bring out a competitive fire that he had when he played for the Falcons last year. You're playing Ryan Tannehill's throwing you the ball, and it's like your team was good, but do you really think you're going to win the Super Bowl with the Titans? Now it's like, okay, this is my best shot to win a Super Bowl I've ever had. Even though I'm old, or the oldest I've ever been, he could still do good.
He could. I believe he could. But I don't think he's going to do... I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't see them doing that great either. Like, I see them declining. I see them especially losing I mean, just like us, but they lost their head coach
older.
too.
Saints and Panthers, we've gotten younger.
Yeah.
These younger players are fast, quick, strong. I think the speed and the age is going to take the Buccaneers by surprise.
I'm going to say this again, and I honestly think it, but I think the best secondary in the league is going to be the Saints this year.
I think our whole division got a good secondary besides Falcons.
Well, we had to.
Well, there's a lot of good secondaries overall in NFL now.
Okay, but tell me I don't know, let's say your number 1 cornerback. Who is it?
Ramsey right now. Ramsey.
You think so?
Yeah.
Last year, honestly, I didn't think he did as good last year.
Last year he did good, but
he
Super
did
Bowl
good.
he got tore up.
Bro, he got tore up a lot.
And I don't know if they exposed something of his weakness, or if he just had a bad game. I mean, we'll find out when the season starts. But last year, I don't think he's going to be the best this year. Last year, he was locking stuff down.
I go Marshawn Lattimore. I'm biased again on that one.
Let's see, who else?
Or at least I'll match him with Jalen Ramsey.
Dude. J.C. Horn, I feel like a lot of people didn't hear about him last year. He got hurt, broke his foot, but he has it in his blood. Joe Horn, Joe Horn, he's got NFL bloodline, so I think he'll do good.
That's when we picked up Paulson Adebo. He's balling out. But I'll go those two, and then I can
also
say
Sauce for the Jets. He's
might
a
ball
rookie
out.
that he could ball out.
I'm excited to see him play.
What other cornerback?
The name's Sauce.
J.C. Jackson, he might be the best one this year.
You got who else? Freaking now you got me looking really hard. Oh, I mean the Baltimore. Yari Alexander.
The Packers got a great secondary. Buccaneers do. Saints do.
That's all I could say.
No, the Rams do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about teams that we haven't really talked about already. But I don't know. I think we're gonna have one of the best defenses in the league, 1 or 2. It's just gonna be like that. Ooh, and then the Buccaneers. Them Buccaneers, man. I feel like they're gonna do crappy this year.
I think they'll get in wild card. Because what? There's 3 teams for the wild card now. Yeah, only the first place gets that bye week. So yeah, 7 teams out of 16 teams. Right there. I mean, I feel like.
Okay, if you were looking at AFC, who's getting into the playoffs?
You got Ravens and Bengals.
Okay, Ravens, Bengals. From the AFC North. Any from the AFC East?
See, the thing is, you're gonna
Bills.
You might have 11-6 record and not get the playoffs because of how stacked the AFC is right now.
I'd say Bills and Dolphins. AFC South, I think, is only going to have one.
Just Titans.
Only the Colts. I think the Titans are falling
AFC
off
West,
this year.
I think they're gonna have 3 teams.
Yeah.
So it might be 3 teams.
Ooh, and then you got to
AFC
take
North
out one
has
of
2.
these. I think if that's the case, then I
Bills,
think
not the Dolphins. I think Dolphins aren't gonna make the cut. So
you don't think Tua is going to make it. Yeah, I know I chose them.
he
to
could be
win,
that
but
10-7 team where he has a solid year, good year, but
the more I
you
keep
just
looking
can't
at them,
make it.
I don't know about Tua. I'm gonna say the Bengals fall down a little bit this year, and just don't. They barely miss playoffs because of record. Because
I think AFC West. I think 3 teams are automatically going to make it.
name them.
Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Chiefs. Could be
With
the
Chargers having the best record in the AFC.
Damn, I'm going Raiders. Okay, who's making it from the NFC? Let's go north. Starting. I'm only saying the
one
Packers.
team. Yeah, just the Packers.
Okay, East.
Whichever team wins the division,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know who
the
that's going to
Eagles.
be.
The South.
I'm
saying Saints and
Let's see.
I'll go Saints and Bucks. I'm gonna have to
I
do.
think we're going 3. I think all 3 of us because they're not as stacked as AFC.
Keep it real, you're right, and I think that could be over because I don't think the NFC West is going to be as good as they were.
No, if they're on their, the down end. The Rams
And
stayed
even
up there.
at that,
Cardinals
we could have
be up
3-3, 1-2, or 1-1, or you know what I mean? Like they could easily be like that.
Because we played the NFC West this year, our division. So that's going to be those head-to-head games are going to matter.
We play the NFC West and the AFC West. I'm pretty sure.
No, we don't play AFC
We play
West.
the AFC North.
Yeah, we do.
That's going to be a tough game.
Which is, the Browns, we don't have them with Deshaun Watson, so that's not going to be too
we got 'em
tough.
with Deshaun Watson.
Steelers aren't going to be too tough.
Baltimore is going to be tough. I'm sorry.
Baltimore is going to be tough, but
their defense.
You guys got a
stacked.
D line, and we got a good line, and you contain Jackson from running, you have a good chance.
Yeah, Steelers. I think is just going to be running with Najee Harris tons.
Yeah,
you know what
who's
I mean?
their quarterback? Oh yeah, Mitch Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky or Kenny Pickett.
I think Trubisky's got that.
Then you got the Browns. The Browns they got Amari Cooper as well. They might do pretty good with him.
Yeah.
You guys have Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, he's always been a solid, backup come in for
exactly.
6 weeks.
And then you got Joe Breezy's, Joe Cool, Joe Shiesty.
Shiesty, that's what I go with.
Joe Shiesty.
It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be interesting.
Jamar Chase.
I can't wait.
T. Higgs.
Fantasy's going to be fun.
Who you picking up? First pick. If you had number one pick.
Number 1 pick, I'm going Christian McCaffrey.
I don't know. I don't think I'd go him. I think I'd go
him or Jay Taylor.
I think I'd go Jonathan Taylor over McCaffrey.
But it's always been whoever the best running back was the previous year, something has happened to where he is nowhere near the same, whether it be injuries or just something. That's why it's like the curse of fantasy. Like, it's not the Madden curse anymore. It's the fantasy curse. Like, whoever the most number 1 pick is, it doesn't work out.
Well, either him or, like I said, I'd probably go Jonathan Taylor. All right, really first wide receiver.
Jefferson.
Yeah, easy.
I want Jefferson.
Or Adams.
I'm going Jefferson just because the Raiders have more options than what Jefferson has.
I mean, yeah. That's a hard one, too. Okay. Best running back. You already picked McCaffrey. It's got to be Taylor.
But besides those number one picks, I would go Derrick Henry.
See, I wouldn't go him only because I like him to be like a second running back, and maybe my flex only because of the fact that he's gonna get a lot of running yards, but
he's gonna get a lot of touchdowns too.
Maybe
200 yards, 4
if you can stop him.
But who can?
I mean, if he's he's been injured.
He broke his foot one time.
The way he runs, I don't know, man. He just makes me real nervous.
But the thing is, his stiff arm is so good that he doesn't get tackled a lot. A lot of his, the play ends with him running out of bounds.
Or running through.
His body doesn't take a lot of damage, as somebody would think.
I'd have to go, because I don't have Christian McCaffrey up there as number one right now. I don't, just because he's been injured a lot. I want to see him come back and play.
Yeah, a lot of those have just been wear and tear injuries.
Which is what he's got to go and do right now. Is be
yeah. He doesn't. We have.
He's going to get wear and tear.
We got 3 running backs now,
bro.
He doesn't need,
nowhere near.
He doesn't
close
need
to him.
the ball.
Maybe
85% of the time.
Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, I feel like is going to do good this year.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot this year.
I think Ramondre Stevenson. I think he's going to have.
What about
great
Harris or
Najee Harris or Joe Mixon or Kareem Hunt or Chubb? Actually, I meant
Chubb. Where did Kareem Hunt go?
He's still there.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he got traded somewhere. Okay, then how about? I mean, it's hard to find a ton of running backs.
You still got Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, but I don't just consider him like a top.
I wouldn't trust him in, first, second, third round pick.
That's what I'm saying. I can't trust him either. So that's where it becoming hard.
You could go Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He might have a good year.
I don't know. I tried to trust him his rookie year, and I just can't trust him ever since. Okay, best QB.
For fantasy or just in general?
Fantasy. We're just doing fantasy right now. Ooh, that's a hard one, huh?
I'm going Herbert.
You think so? That's actually really good. I almost... Allen. I'm going to go Josh Allen. I think he's going to be the number one for fantasy this year. It's going to be a difficult year for a lot of people. I mean, quarterback is such a scarce right now. Okay, best... what else do you get? Best tight end. I don't think it's going to be Kelsey this year. I think it's going to be low-key Andrews.
Or Dawson Knox.
Maybe.
He balled out last year.
Could be Gesicki since he's going to be wide open a lot now.
Yeah, he did good last year.
And he's going to be wide open having Waddle, Hill.
We could do sleepers.
Waller. He's going to be wide open too. Yeah,
Waller.
God dang it. I still think about that and think that's going to be scary. That's going to be real scary this year.
Who's your sleeper quarterback?
Sleeper quarterback, huh? Okay, so it's either going to come down to sleeper quarterback.
I'm going Jalen Hurts.
It was going to say either Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts or Tua. I mean, those are the...
Or Trey or Justin.
Trey, I feel like this is his first year. I don't feel like this would be your sleeper year. I feel like you'd have a mediocre year and then you'd be a sleeper again. You know what I mean? Like, he's not been out there long enough for me to think that. Maybe Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence might have a sleeper year, bro. I mean, think about it. They're not paying too much, but they're trying to get some stuff going on. He might get that play action role going.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say... Who's going to be the kicker you'd pick?
Okay.
When I go for a kicker, I always think about who either scores a ton or who can't finish toward the other end zone.
I'm going to go with last year I had what's his name? The Bills kicker. He did good for me. I forgot who it was. I would
I low key.
You could go Bucker from the Chiefs.
Baltimore.
Tucker, he's just old, so I don't know.
He's so dead on though. He's him, or I'd even go what's his name from the Bengals?
Oh yeah, McPherson.
Yeah, McNoFearson. Shit,
yeah.
No fear in that guy.
He did good last year.
God, did you hear on the Super Bowl? He was on the sideline.
Yeah,
he just
show.
watching. He's crazy, man. That's so
I might go Bucker. I might go Zane Gonzalez for the Panthers.
Like I said,
pretty accurate.
Somebody that I feel like is going to,
or Mason Crosby.
It's not a bad one.
The Patriots, they always have a kicker that's going to kick a lot of field goals.
Well, yeah, because they're not scared to do that. Okay, and then what's left? So we've got quarterback, we've got receiver, we've got running back.
Sleeper running backs.
We've got tight end. We did kickers, defense. Who's going to be your defense? Takeaways? I mean, that's what you're looking for. So who's getting a lot of takeaways this year? Takeaways. Who's getting that?
I'm going to go with...
Honestly, I'm going with the Saints. We have a takeaway monster team. Keep it real, we have the safety that had the most interceptions and pass deflections in Marcus May last year. We have the cornerback that made the most pass deflections last year. Or you know who it could be? Is the Cowboys. Cowboys have a lot of the only thing is they give up big plays.
Yeah,
Trevon Diggs, he's good at interceptions.
That's it. He has hands. He could catch really good, but as far as cornerback, he gets beat
a lot.
But his interceptions, blind it.
Baltimore's. They could get a lot.
The Bills,
Bills are very good too.
The Rams,
yes. Yeah, I could see them doing it.
Packers,
yeah.
Jeremy Chin, I think he scored 4 touchdowns last year. J.C. Horn returned one. Dante Jackson
Jets
is fast.
Could do pretty good with Sauce.
And DJ.
Yep. And, man.
It's just teams with a good line. With the good line, it puts pressure on the quarterback to get rid of the ball earlier than what they want to. Throw it somewhere where they don't want to. Rams. All the teams that we said have someone on that line that scares somebody.
But a solid defense at that. So what do you think about? I know I'm jumping right to a different topic here, but what do you think about the Dolphins getting the the picks taken away and stuff?
I just feel like they're the only ones who got caught. But they did it differently. They try to put together a dream team years
squad
ahead of them. Like when in middle of the season, when Sean Payton's still coaching the Saints, Brady's still playing with the Bucks. It's just like
you got to be smart.
You got to be like Robert Kraft to do something like that. You can't be Stephen Ross. Like you just can't. You got to have pull in every aspect of the league.
Do you think it?
They got a first rounder taken away and a third rounder, but that first rounder, that's huge.
Yeah, that is going to be huge. Well, it depends on how good they do this year, too. So I heard this thing earlier, and it made a ton of sense to me. Let's see what you think. But the NFL is not proactive, it's reactive. So do you think, do you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of.
So put it like this, like they don't have a bunch of laws put into place or a bunch of rules put into place about what goes on. That's why they didn't know what to do with the whole Deshaun Watson thing.
They just go as they come.
When it happens, they figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And so with this thing, do you think that the suspension for a year for their their owner and everything is great. I mean, like I said, that first round pick. Do you think they should only get the first round pick taken away? Do you think?
Well, they got a
should be
third
taken
round
away?
too.
Well, yeah, but do you think more should be taken away? And the third round pick is big, but it's nothing like a first round. I'm sorry. I don't care where you are in the first round. It's still nothing like a first round.
I don't know.
I feel like it's a bigger tradable asset.
But who's that pick going to? Is it just there's only going to be?
It's just gonna be gone.
It's just going to be gone. It's just going to be.
Yeah, you're gone. Padoosh, gone. Goes goes to the middle of nowhere. Goes to the Saints.
Goes to the team that you were trying to cheat.
Yeah. Goes to the team you're trying to cheat with.
I don't know. It just depends. All these teams are doing it. It's usually the players that are doing it.
Yeah, back and forth.
The players are the ones. And
it makes
cheating
sense.
the system, but
it makes sense if the coaches and stuff are like, hey, go chat up this person and and tell them to come over here and tell them this is what we'll do for them, and so you can't really get in trouble for that because that's player to player and they can talk to each other and tell them, you know what I mean? So that's crazy. Okay, I wanted to pick your head. We talked about this a while ago, and I wanted to pick your head on it now because of, I kind of looked into it a little bit more. But what do you think about the whole Britney Griner thing? They were possibly thinking about making the trade for the drug lord guy that goes over to Russia, and
I think that's. See, I like Britney Griner, and I could see why we're gonna do that trade, but it just doesn't make sense. You got I forgot his name, but a teacher who's been locked up longer than Britney Griner, who's not a celebrity, who the same charges basically, and his name's not involved in that trade. I feel like the media has such an impact on everything, whether it be especially court cases, and it's a drug lord for something that in the United States you're not going to get out of jail for if you do that same charge. So I don't know, it's a lot of just like,
okay, so like
I don't see why, but I'm for it.
This is my thing. If it was you or me,
they would not care.
Nobody would even know.
You have to do your time.
Nobody would know. You know what I mean?
That's why nobody knew about that teacher until
and
now.
So I feel like, whereas just because you're somebody a little bit richer or, you do something like that, people feel like, this is why people feel like they get treated different, or, you know what I mean? Like when you're rich, you get treated some certain ways and stuff like you do. Obviously, look. And mind you, this was the same woman that was sitting here protesting against the U.S. about, women activism.
Now she wants.
And now you want the U.S.
back
to come back and help you out. Like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, she's probably scared, low key. Like, you're in Russia. But at the same time, this was my thought on it, is I read this, and it says she was returning. My key word was returning. She was returning to Russia.
She played so for the off season in the WNBA, this is how they make most of their money. They
play
go
over there
Europe,
in Russia, right?
And they make.
So how many years has she been in the league?
Probably like 8 years.
8 years. So how many times do you think she's gone to Russia?
It's probably. I think she signed with that team like 3 years ago. So, I mean, she's been in Russia dozens and dozens of times.
Okay. So my point behind this is, you didn't not know.
That wasn't the first time she did it.
Exactly. So you didn't not know.
You didn't accidentally pack it.
You didn't accidentally pack it. Oh, I thought it was okay here.
It just
in Russia.
There wasn't a war going on, and it wasn't as strict as it's been.
Right.
And I don't think Russia's going to do the trade, because they told the U.S. we want this under the table. We don't want the media, nothing in. USA is known for the media.
Yeah.
And they don't want that.
Russia always likes to hide anyway.
And they're very they want people. this drug or this weapon,
whatever he was,
the March or whatever. But they already have another one.
Yeah.
Somebody already took that guy's place. Course. They don't need him.
But he probably has too much info.
But now
is what it is.
If this trade does happen, then you're going to see all countries around the world arresting people from another country, like big names, just to get somebody out of prison that they want. You're going to see all these Talibans. Like if any big name person goes to Dubai, they're going to.
So this also happened. to the Ball brothers. I don't know if you remember that. Remember when they got
In
locked
Australia?
up? It was like Australia, or it was like Russia as well, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it also happened with them, and Donald Trump got them out. So
Yeah.
it's happened before. I'm not saying that it hasn't, but I don't know necessarily if it was for the same type of person. And mind you, on other behalves, like, I still wouldn't agree on that and say that if you chose to do that and break the law and risk yourself, that's like if I sat here and grabbed an ounce of cocaine and drove down the street and said, "Oh shoot, I didn't know that just because I was transporting it, I was gonna get caught." You know, like, I'm gonna be arrested. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna arrest me. They're not gonna be like,
Well,
well,
what I don't understand is, like, when you're have that much money and you're so, like, you know, big as Britney Griner is, there's ways to get inside that country without, you know, going through that checkpoint. Like,
you
know,
had things you could have done.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, if you had the mentality of, oh, I am this superhuman, basically, type being,
I
where
wouldn't
I'm
be
not
going
gonna
to
get in trouble.
Russia no matter what right now.
I wouldn't have been going to Russia. I just wouldn't have, I understand that that's how you make money, but I just wouldn't have been that stupid.
I see why they did that. I can see if they stashed that, you know, just they wanted that.
Or go buy it there. Just, I
think
guarantee
they're
you can
not.
find it.
I think they're going to cut the deal off and not accept the deal.
She's going to be there for 10 years.
I think sentencing is.
They're looking for 10 years.
The next 2 days or the beginning of next week.
Did you see that after she pled guilty, that now she was trying to sit here and say, "Oh, I didn't know what I was signing"?
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are saying that she pled guilty just so that they can make the trade happen sooner.
Yeah, because they said they weren't going to do no type of trade until the case is done.
Which was you just got played.
But also, it's like, you can't plead not guilty. You're going to get more time because you were guilty.
She plead no contest.
Yeah. That's, wait, she pled guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have pled no contest. But I was reading that they don't really have no contest there. But I don't know. Like, it was just guilty, not guilty, which...
So even at that, so she pled guilty, and now she's probably realizing that she's not going to get out. So now she's like, I didn't know what I said.
She says she's expecting the worst. Today she said that she was expecting the worst, and it's like, well, at this point you have to, like...
Keep it real, but it's also the bed that you made. Like, I'm a big believer of you lie in the bed you made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not no, like...
And I believe it just as for anybody else, I believe it for myself, too. Trust me.
I wouldn't be taking...
And
any type of drug, not even CBD, you know.
Yeah. Like, if I'm going to a different country, I'm not taking any. I don't care what I got. I'm not taking anything. If I really need it that bad, I'll find it there.
Taking everything right before I get on the plane to there. You know, because you could find it. She could have found it there.
Guaranteed.
Like, you're a celebrity. Easy. You know other Russians who are celebrities. You could have found anything you wanted there.
It's been so easy.
It's I don't know.
So, I mean, it's a crazy thing, you know what I mean?
But you just got to be smart. With the Ukraine and Russia war going on, why go to either of those countries right now?
Somebody was telling me that they feel like all these women activists are sitting here going, oh yeah, get her out, get her out, get her out. And then he's like, but tell them to name 2 teams in the WNBA. And it's like, you're not lying. I get it. You know, like, that was a big thing is, you know, like, they want her out, you know, women's rights, all this stuff. She's a big women activist.
But that's understandable. Rights are the same as men, and
exactly,
men would have been in trouble for that.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, but there is a man in trouble for that. You know, like, there's people in trouble for that there.
A teacher, and he feels forgotten about, and imagine how he's feel like he's the same charges as Britney Griner, and that trade that just happened like last week, like, became official, and his name's not a part of it, and he's just like, you know, what about me? I'm the forgotten one, like, and I've been here almost a year already. You know, I could see why he would be like, I don't want to go back to the United States. You know, like, they just, you know, I've been.
But yeah, but would you stay in Russia right now too?
No, I wouldn't stay in Russia.
Yeah, no.
I would probably go to like Canada or something.
Yeah,
you know, like,
keep it real. If I was gonna go somewhere, I'd probably go Canada.
I definitely would go to Canada rather than any other country. I would go to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I would stay in North America and definitely not Mexico.
Well, you know what I like about North America? Yeah, definitely not Mexico, but it's just you're not under consistent, like, problems like in the Middle East.
And I feel like Canada's like that too. U.S. we're
not surrounded by enemies.
We're not under problems is because
We're not
our
surrounded by
military is
enemies.
so strong.
Well, but we're also an island in a sense of.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, like for instance, Germany and China and all
The
that
only
are such
enemy is
big,
ourselves.
and they're right on everybody's border.
That's why we're enemies with ourselves. That's why we're not. Our country isn't as loving towards each other as Europe is, because it's, I don't know, it's a whole different world on that side.
Just gone crazy. Well, this world has gone crazy as of right now.
I can't even with us, Russia, North Korea threatening to use their nuclears now.
North Korea is threatening to use nuclears. Yes, I saw that. I was like,
China
wow.
said that
They're forcing on Taiwan. They're going to drill outside
They're
there.
100% sure they're going to go to war with us within the next year.
China said that?
Yeah.
Well, because they're trying to take Taiwan right now.
Yeah.
They have warships posted outside of Taiwan.
And they, what's her name?
This is the best time to go to war with us, too.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
She had like some type of meeting or something like yesterday, I think, in Taiwan, and China surrounded Taiwan with warships.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
They're just saying like, we're ready for you. And we go to war with China, it's going to be
it's war with China and Russia.
It's going to be a World War III. It's going to be everybody versus freaking Syria, Russia, and China. Like, it's especially with us bombing the leader.
Do you think there's going to be nukes used?
Oh yeah.
That's what makes me nervous.
But
because you're not going to bring the war front to our front. Everybody here will just shoot
our
you.
Our defensive military is good, and the thing is, we've gotten with this Ukraine war and us sending them everything, that has made our military stronger. Like, okay, if this were to happen, because we're not sending Ukraine the best weapons.
But
like,
you gotta think, like, we're also sending them tons of money.
Now it's just drones and cyber that is the war. Like, these drones are what's turning the tide on both ways of the war. It's just drones and propaganda, pushing misinformation out to get the world on this side or on that side. Like, it's crazy.
It is really propaganda, though.
It's all this misinformation. Like, no, Ukraine did it. No, Russia did it. No, the U.S. did it. Like,
let's just hope it doesn't happen too soon.
I'm just happy I'm not freaking in the military and making those decisions, because it's just...
Those are hard ones.
Like, imagine being that guy, like...
I don't want to.
Like, head of the military.
He's got to be so stressed out right now. Like, that's just got to be a stressful job.
Like, especially when, other countries don't like you. Like, you're the peacemaker, but troublemaker. It's just... Because, we just bombed the Taliban's...
Yeah, and like Afghanistan or whatever.
Yeah, bombed them.
Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Supposedly, he was the only one who died, but...
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, hey, let's take him out.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys
for
tuning in.
Hold on. We got to talk about baseball trades real quick. Do you watch baseball?
I haven't. Okay, hit me with them real quick.
So Juan Soto is... They said that he's going to be the greatest trade that baseball has ever happened. Like,
the pitcher?
No, he's a hitter. He played for the Nationals. He's already won a championship. He's 22, 23 years old. Last year he batted like a 360. Like, he's where's he going? He went to the Padres.
Oh,
so the Padres have Machado, Tatis.
You know what they've been trying to do is just build up a team to fight against the...
And they finally have the team.
I don't know.
They have the team now.
Dodgers are the best team though right now.
Yankees are. Bro, Yankees might break the record for the best record in history of the MLB. Aaron Judge is going to break the single season home run record this year.
Good for him.
He already has 43 home runs.
How many does he need? 50?
He's on pace right now to beat it by like 10. He needs, I think, 72 if you want to include the steroid era, which he's doing this without steroids. So I think he needs 20,
Mark McGwire,
20-something more home runs in like
Barry Bonds.
60 games. Which he's been doing that all year.
Big Papi Ortiz.
He's 6'8".
He's fucking huge, dude. 6'7", 6'8".
And we just got freaking Andrew Benintendi, a starting pitcher. We're going to the World Series. I don't know if it's going to be against Padres or the Dodgers.
It'll be against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers will win.
Padres are good. They got a scary, scary lineup. Soto is they traded 5 prospects, like top prospects, and that's our rookies or in the minor leagues, for him because he's like, they said he is like a Babe Ruth, a Lou Gehrig, a King Griffey Jr. Like that's how good this dude is. Already 23, and they said that this trade will be remembered for the rest of our lives. Like,
Yeah?
yeah, like
That big, huh?
He's the automatic Hall of Famer. They're saying he's already 22 years old. Only 22 years old. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's a lot. Well, we're going to take you out on that. Remember that. If you need some sports, let us know.
Remember I said Yankees.
Remember I said Dodgers winning World Series. But anyways, Two Piece Pod is here. This is my boy CJ. Again, thank you for coming out.
Yep. Our second going.
Yeah.
Last time, you know, my zipper was down the whole time. It's
a little hard, so it'll be an unseen episode.
Bloopers.
Yeah. There you go. But yes, it was good. Thank you guys for coming and watching. We know I haven't been on here as many times, and I'm sorry about that. I want to get more out to you. I've been busy. If you want to, let's talk about the story. I can if you want to. But
comment, you know.
Yeah, I've been busy. You know,
if you have your opinion on anything we talked about, you know.
Starting new businesses. I've started new businesses. This is my main business. I want to start this as my main business, but I've started new businesses.
Side hustles become the main hustles.
Yeah, that's what it is. So let me know what you want to know. And then also, just again, this episode was brought to you by Porterville Wholesale. If you need to improve your home and save some money doing it, because obviously gas prices are dropping a little bit, but you can't save money that much on gas. They're making $5 look good nowadays. You know what I mean? And everything else.
Gas $5.19, and I was like, oh my god,
right?
It's freaking cheap now.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's not, dude. We were just at $4 before this. But anyway, go save money at the home improvement store, man. Basically, at Porterville Wholesale. If you want to go do there, go there. It's at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California. Or go check them out. You can find out some stuff on my Facebook profile. He puts some pictures up there, you know, every once in a while. So we'll go through with that. But also, he's got tons of stuff, man. If you need ceiling fans, if you need, you know, like I said earlier, compressors, he's got lawn equipment. Sometimes he's even got like fireplaces and stuff like that. All liquidated items, man. He's got great stuff. Craftsman, DeWalt, Bosch.
Brand new stuff.
Yeah.
With like 75% or more off.
So go
like
check
brand
them out.
New. Like
brand new.
Nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, just go check them out, man. It's great. So, again, that's my boy Ray. Tell him Two Piece Pod sent you at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California. So thank you again, my boy, for coming out. By the way, where can we find you at?
Instagram, C Jesus, C_Jesus, CEE, and then Jesus with a G. Yeah, you can find me there.
So you can find me over at Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Go on Buzzsprout. You can find me on Buzzsprout if you want to, but you could also find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me all the good stuff. Twitter if you really want to.
All right.
But Two Piece Pod.
Me is Jesus with 2 E's.
Jesus with two.
CEE_GEESUS.
And we'll definitely be putting this up on the screen, probably somewhere around right here-ish, or
right where the crown should go.
Yeah, somewhat like that, you know. But you also have mine somewhere, maybe in this vicinity of a screen. You know what I mean? But yeah, mine is Two Piece Pod. It's easy. You can spell it out. TWOPSPOD. Go search me up. I got a website too. If you want to go there, twopiecepod.com. It's still spelled the same.
You know, I could never find your YouTube.
No?
Ever.
Look it up right now.
I've looked it up everywhere. I can't find it. Nowhere.
It's not hard. I always looked it up.
But that's your phone, like your phone.
Oh, from
knows,
other people's.
Like,
did you type in a TWO?
Yeah.
Space.
Look, I tried all of these.
That's TM's TWC.
TWO?
Oh. Look, watch. 2 P's Pod. Boom.
Oh, well, I just did what you're the same. I did everything that
look at, bro. I just subscribed for you.
Everything that your social media has. Because if they search it up how your social media is with no space, you're not going to find it.
Well, yeah. So make sure if you search it up on YouTube, it has spaces in it. Everything else is probably no spaces.
Look at this is what you get. Just random. Like,
so yeah, on YouTube, space it out. TWOPSPOD.
Or you're not going to find it.
I'll try and put the links up everywhere else too, so you can do that there. But yes, thank you guys very much. We're going to take you out with that. You guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in again, and we will be talking to you real soon. Again, thank you, my boy Regis.
Who's that?
Bill Ben from Millionaire.
Yeah.